Time now to do the news.
Yes, news.
Yes, it is the news.
Yes, no indeed, because today we'll be talking about 7 creative ideas everyone should consider for the 2020 season, if the season ever happens. It remains to be seen whether Formula 1 manages to arrange a championship season in 2020 once the world starts to return to normality after the coronavirus pandemic. F1 CEO Chase Carey is optimistic the series can still achieve 15 to 18 races. It seems an ambitious target, but clearly Carey and Liberty Media are determined to salvage as much of the year as possible. If that is the case, the championship has a perfect opportunity to use the season as a testbed for some ideas that could revolutionize the championship in this new decade. This video is part of a 2-part series, so there will be 4 ideas in this video and 3 in the next one, since I want to keep this video short and to the point, so watch till the end to find out when the next video will be out. Anyways, let's get on with the 7 creative ideas. Number 1. Bring back one-shot qualifying for street circuits. The current qualifying format suits some circuits but not others. The Q1, Q2, Q3 process can be entertaining, but the top teams usually get a safe passage to the top 10 shootout for pole position, barring some unforeseen circumstances. The jeopardy is lessened by the fact there are several opportunities to make it through the session. A street circuit seems the perfect opportunity to revive the popular one-shot qualifying used for the 2003 season. While you won't get a Monaco Grand Prix in 2020, it could be trialed at the Singapore Grand Prix. Let the drivers practice as normal, but give them just one lap to set their grid position. It's all or nothing, with a razor-thin line between glory and a wheel slamming into the wall. This could further separate a street circuit from your traditional road course. Number 2. Multiple races per weekend. F1 can also lean into having multiple championship races on a single weekend. Last year's Japanese Grand Prix proved you can hold qualifying and race on the same day, something F1 had to do in the wake of Typhoon Hagibis. Plenty of circuits offer variations in terms of layout. The famous Monza circuit can be run with no chicanes. For example, while France's Paul Ricard circuit offers a remarkable 167 different configurations. There's no reason F1 couldn't have a race on one layout on Sunday morning and one on the traditional configuration in the afternoon. Considering how bad the racing is on the layout Paul Ricard currently uses for the French Grand Prix, shaking things up like this is an appealing idea. There's an added bonus to doing this. It would help make up for the events F1 is inevitably going to lose from what was supposed to be a mammoth 22 race championship. Number 3. Lean into local markets. F1 can also lean into its localized audiences in a lot of key regions. The US market is different than the Chinese market, for example, so why not cater the formats to what the local fan wants? F1 has done plenty of data-driven research in recent seasons on its next set of regulations, so there's no reason it can't do it to understand the fan base. A sprint race might work better at one place than another. Why not let race promoters suggest what takes place on the race weekend? It would help give each event its own mystique as opposed to being just another event following the tried and tested approach of every other race on the calendar. It might not work, but 2020 seems like the perfect time to find out, given how people are unlikely to be too picky about what they're watching in a few months' time. Number 4. Regular livery changes. Another consequence of such a long race calendar is that the look of the cars loses novelty quite quickly. Look at any of the sports and there are subtle differences. Most soccer teams have upwards of 3 or 4 kits for matches. NFL teams will have throwbacks or color rush jerseys, and the NBA has mastered the art of letting its teams explore various designs throughout its seasons. F1 is guilty of taking itself too seriously a lot of the time, but could easily remedy this each weekend by letting teams experiment with their liveries on certain occasions. It doesn't have to be every weekend. In fact, rules could stipulate it has to be done at one event of a team's choosing every year to ensure it wasn't overdone. You just have to see how F1 fans react to helmet design tweaks to understand how livery changes would be popular. The possibilities are endless. Get fans to submit or vote on different designs. It might have backfired in terms of being done at its worst race of 2019, but Mercedes' homage to its 125th anniversary in motorsport at last year's German Grand Prix, with a throwback livery and every mechanic decked out in old school clothing, was exactly the sort of thing teams should do more often. And that's the end of part 1. Part 2 will be coming out day after tomorrow, so stay on the lookout. If you don't want to miss it, then please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on any top-notch F1 news or insight. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you have an awesome day, and until next time, goodbye.